Cognizant results announced. Yes, as you can see on the screen, recently my inbox, my comment section, and my Telegram is filled with I got shortlisted for Gen Z program, Gen Z Pro program, or next program. They got following mails as well, as you can see on the screen. So we'll discuss what would be the actual scenario, how would be the question asking to you, what would be the next test patterns, and much more. So I am Aditya, and welcome back to Prime Coding, where we'll help you to crack your on-campus placement. So most of you who cracked Cognizant might get this type of mail, is it? So main part to notice here is Gen Z next category or pro category or simple Gen Z profile, which is based on 4.5, 5.4 or 6.5 or somewhere around. Yes. So the next stage for next and pro people who crack this category test, they have an additional technical assessment scheduled on 1st of October 2024 at 10 a.m. The pattern for Gen Z, Next, and the Pro category, they need to go through a communication round, then technical round 1, then technical round 2, and then they need to qualify for interview. After the interview, they will roll out offer in their hands and crack the on-campus placement. So let's discuss the interview experience for Gen Z program, because these guys as directly having interview in their hands. So yes, we'll discuss how many types of question will be asked to you in Gen Z and also Pro and Next. Okay, I know there are two types of people. First, who just want to see what all questions and type of questions can be formed in their interview, and another who need detailed solution. But in this video, I will be covering all type of question that you can expect. And if in the comment section I got demand that people are demanding for in detail explanation and what could be the follow-up question can be formed, do let me know in the comment section. I will create a in detail video and put it into the Cognizant playlist. Okay, so Gen Z program, where you can see the very first question, what is an object oriented, which is OOPS. Then you need to speak about why it is popular for, why, what do you mean by OOPS? Now, can you explain its principles such as abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, and encapsulation? As I took mock sessions, I saw people that they were not able to frame the good definitions. They just stuck in between or lag in between a lot, and they don't have any real-time example associated with any of the pillars. So do learn this concept with the help of real-time examples. Okay. Write a program in any language to check if is a prime number. Why I took this question? Because I got multiple requests from candidate. Okay, whatever cluster that I qualified for, that particular language I need to use in my interview? No, that is not the case. The interviewer will ask you what is your favorite language, or you can answer in which language I need to code. Okay, totally dependable, because it is not your cluster exam, it's your interview, which is irrespective of your cluster. Okay. So if your cluster was from Java, you can opt Python if you want, or Python, Java, or C++, anything you want. Okay. Now, if you talk about what is the difference between stack and queue data structure, then the follow-up question could be, what is the difference between array and linked list? Because both are linear data structures, and why it is called as linear data structure. But if you see the internal implementation of linked list is look like non-linear data structure, but why it is called as linear data structure still. So try to learn these types of question, because this knowledge that you gain from linked list will not only help you to answer these types of problem and also make your concept clear in linked list, because in Next or Pro you can see the linked list problem as well. Now, how would you handle exception in Java? Simple try catch, and there are many more methods too, and provide an example. Now see, this example is totally intuitive. Either they can tell you to write the code in front of them so that they can test whether you know or you are just stating yes or no. Okay, so what is deadlock? So this question was also famous in SP role, digital and prime TCS. So what is deadlock in operating system and how could you prevent it? So basic and foremost question. Explain a project you have worked on during your college and how you contributed to it. So yes, this question you can expect if you have a collaborated project into your resume, or you told that you are working on some project which is not listed in your resume. Okay, so this question you can expect. So explain the concept of normalization in database and why it is important. See, this is the most important problems, not only in Cognizant, but in different service-based company, as I also include this type similar same questions on the mock session as well, so that the people would be equipped with the recent trends and ace their interviews. Now, GenC Pro role, okay, which is totally around 5 to 5.5 LPA if I'm not wrong, because it is around that only, and 6.5 LPA in the next profile. Okay, so I guess 4.5 to 5.5. Do let me know in the comment. What is the difference between multi-threading and multi-processing? Totally based on OS question. Okay, now you need to speak about the core difference. People starting telling about this similarity in unconsciously, but don't do that. Try to stick with the question. Okay, what do you mean by multi-threading? How it can be useful in the real time? What could be the example that you can relate in the difference? Okay. Explain the concept of dynamic programming, which is a great question, and provide an example when it is useful. Now, it is totally intuitive problem. If you have solved any type of problem such as Fibonacci or any type of DP subsequence stuff, there you might find some problems that is overlapping sub problem which is occurring numerous time in the tree. To overcome from that, we usually use dynamic programming. How do you implement a linked list in Python? Now, see, this is totally dependent on Python because it is a cluster Python based, that's why, but it is totally like you can see any other programming language you know. Now, there is a implementive question that I can see most of the time coding question is also asked in their interviews as well. What is polymorphism in Java and how it is implemented through interfaces and inheritance? Okay, so basic problem, you need to talk about the real-time example as well as the code snippet too, because in few interview I saw if you are able to answer the oops problem, they usually tell you to implement it in front of them so that they can test your skills and ask you the follow-up questions on it. Explain TCP IP. Now CN comes into the picture again, and how the layers interact with each other. Simple. How could you optimize database query takes too long to execute? And the similar type of question that I usually ask is how you can improve the latency of slow performing query or optimize a slow performing query, totally based on interviewer to interview. Now let's talk about the elite role where you need to write the additional TER round as well in Pro 2, but in Next also. Explain the concept of microservices architecture. It is totally a stream based. If you are from ECE or electrical, I guess only ECE is eligible for this particular thing, but you can expect also if you are from CSE as well, because microservices, microcontroller, microprocessor, you might study it, because in Capgemini interview, I saw many these types of problem were asked related to computer organization or MPMC, which is microprocessor and microcontroller. What is cloud computing and how do you determine whether to use AWS, Azure and GCP for a project? Okay, now this is a very real life based problem and you can expect on any current trending technology. It could be AIML, it could be data science, it could be anything. So whatever you know, try to stick on it, because these types of problem usually being follow up on your previous response. It might be they will ask you what is your favorite technology, or might be the guy mentioned cloud computing in his resume. Okay, so how could you implement a machine learning algorithm for a classification problem? Now, basically, people do mention what type of project they have in machine learning, but they don't know what type of project it is. Is that a classification project or regression project or what type of project? Because every type or model, like classification problem or regression problem, has their own algorithms to be implemented. Okay, so try to get the crux of everything that you're implementing in your project. So walk through the project that candidate wrote in his resume. Explain the difference between NoSQL and SQL database when it is used. Now, this is totally subjectable question. You need to speak about the difference. But the follow-up question that people stuck into is when someone asks, okay, you stated some difference between both of them. Now tell us an software example of both of them. Now in hurry, people usually say, okay, let's take the relational database management system. The software example would be Oracle, SQL, Postgres, SQL, MySQL. And they think they are done, but you are not. The follow-up question that you can expect on these example would be, can you let me know the difference between both of them? Okay, now you need to speak about what you know. Okay, because if you are speaking something, it is a perception that people or this people know that's why he is speaking. Now, if you're mentioning about Postgres or Oracle, you should know about it. Otherwise, do not mention. If you're mentioning it in the last, just close your answer with, I know this, but I didn't implement it. But I know these are the alternative present in the software field of relational database management system. How could you design a distributed system that needs to handle thousands of requests per second? So this is totally design-based problem. If you are from CSC background, you might studied OOD, and it is totally subjectable question depending on the interviewer as well. If the interviewer is from database, they will grill you on the database problem. Similarly applies to the networking, software engineering, web development, full stack, and so on. Now, what is Docker? A very trending question, or you can expect a Kubernetes problem as well, and how it is used in CI/CD pipeline. Can you let me know the meaning of CI/CD, how you can apply it? What is a real-time application of CI/CD, which would be continuous integration and development, where we can use it, how it is useful in the production? This can be the follow-up question. How could you secure an API, which is a most important question in respect to the companies to companies, because data is totally transferable on API. Then how you can maintain the end-to-end encryption, and how you can maintain the security level of any data transmission using API? What are common vulnerabilities in API security? Now it is totally giving me vibe that if this person is able to answer, basically this person also mentioned Docker, API and SQL. So this guy might have full stack project into his resume. Okay, that's why it's getting these types of problem. But someone who rate themselves very high in DVMS, they can also get some similar question like this. They can ask you in terms of SQL injection. What are the vulnerabilities where the SQL injection has been arised? How you can prevent it? What all the processes? You can expect these types of problem totally. Now, 594 worth of rupees session you are getting just in 299, because you can crack Capgemini offer in just 299, guys. Yes, 199 rupees 99. If you sum this all, you will end up having 594 package, in which 1 hour of in detail mock session, where we'll test your coding, as well as depending upon your role. It would be any role. If it consists of, let's say you qualify for Pro or Next, I will be testing your coding skills. And if you move forward to your resume based questions, theoretical based problem, core problem, skill based problem, HR based problem, everything will be there in just 1 hour. And if you think about resume review, all the weak points which is there in your resume and how you can overcome it, will let you know in that. Personalized feedback, where we'll let you know what all stuffs you did in your mock session and how you can improve it, where you are lagging, what is your weak points, what is your strength zone, how you can divert the interviewer towards your strength zone. These types of tips will definitely give you suggestions from improvement. Would be a lot. It could be depend upon your performance in mock session or doubt solving, mentorship, much more. Okay, and expert guidance is there for just in 299, guys. Yes, so primecoding.in is a website. There you can find the Capgemini card. Please move on it. And this is a very high time. If you want to test yourself, do test it, because you will get only one chance to sit in your interview. You will not get another chance to sit in again Cognizant on campus opportunity, because this company visit only once. So why you are taking this on toss? Try to convert your interview opportunity into the offer letter and make your parents proud with the help of Prime Coding. Now, resources that you can use, such as project mistakes that every beginners do, and pro tips to rectify those problems. And the pro tips is also implemented to show the real life application, how you can create a scenario and a situation, how you can explain your project so that you can hook the interviewer interest. Okay, now if you talk about, you have project on AI/ML and full stack development, so you can expect these types of problem into your interviews. It contains a follow-up as well, which will definitely help you to test how much knowledge you have if you have project in both of the technologies. Now, please join our Telegram group, because we have 21k plus people where you will get notes. People do ask where I get notes, Aditya. You just need to go and check the pinned message. And if you are new to my channel, there is a rose bot will welcome you with the drive link. Okay, if you check the pinned message also, you will get a drive link there. Just click on it. You will get company wise folders in that all notes has been arranged so that you can just access those. Interaction with your peers, networking with your peers, learning with your peers, and share your knowledge and gather those knowledge that is going inside this blind coding, because the result update, everything I got from this particular group only. So the link is in the description, and do let me know in the comment how I can do I need to create an in-depth explanation, and should I create the interview series as well for Cognizant? We'll definitely create it. Do let me know in the comment section. And rest of the resources for TCS and QT, Accenture, and all the coding sheet of Capgemini, Cognizant, and TCS and QT, everything is available on the channel. The Cognizant playlist you can definitely check it out, because the interview in detail solution will be given in this particular playlist only. And if you see hiring updates, I put very occasionally, but those opening are very legit to be updated. Do subscribe to our channel so that you will not miss any of the updates, and like this video if you are not, and share with your friends so that your friend can also crack on campus opportunities and make his career bright. So we'll meet you with a new video soon.